Are Doc Martens worth the price? It's officially winter time in Texas, which means you don't know whether it's freaking freezing cold or gonna be hot by 12 o'clock. But either way, winter fashion is super on its way. With that being said, I felt like it was the perfect time to talk about my Doc Marten collection and if they're worth the price tag behind it. So let's find out. First and foremost, I have 4 pairs of Doc Martens, one of them being a sandal. So I kind of have a little bit of a variety. I'm excited to kind of chat about them and how they're all different and which ones I think are worth it and which ones I don't think are worth it, and even a super wish list that I wish and I hope to get in the near future. Let's first start off with my first pair I ever got, and it was actually gifted from my mom, which I'm pretty sure she thrifted and thought of me and got them for me, and I've had them for the longest, so they're extremely beat up, and well, just check them out, These here, honestly, I think closely resemble the 1461, I have like my notes up here, the classic Oxfords. I really don't think they're specifically them, simply because I just feel like the Oxford has more of like a relaxed kind of, I don't know, heel, and this one is like a little bit more padded. As you can tell, it's coming off. So that's kind of But I will say I have had them the longest. My mom gave these to me in college, and I will say I don't wear them a lot. I really don't wear them a lot because they're just not very comfortable to me. They're very heavy. I have to like double, triple sock whenever I wear these because they are a little bit big. And that's one thing to note about Doc Martens as well. They run a little bit bigger sometimes. It's weird. It's weird. If you're ever going to buy Doc Martens, I would definitely recommend trying them on in person to get your size first, and then purchasing them online because they're a lot cheaper online as a whole. But yeah, these closely or most closely resemble the women's Oxford, classic Oxfords 1461, and they range around $100. Do I recommend them? No. My personal preference, I'm not a big shoe gal, so that's why I wouldn't buy these for $100. If you're big into shoes and you just like wearing kind of just heavier, chunkier shoes, then this is definitely your vibe, just not mine. Now let's jump into kind of, I guess, the boots section. Those are the only shoes I have, so let's jump into the boots and then we'll do sandals last because that's literally kind of in the order I got them as well, so it just works out. So my second oldest and second pair that I got are these bad ass 1460 combat boot, and these are the white patent. You can get the smooth leather or you can get the white patent, whatever. They're just like the kind of like shiny white. And funny story about these is that I actually got these at a freaking flea market. I saw these in just a random booth and I was like, how much are those? And the guy was like, $10. And I was like, say less, I'm gonna take them. And they were perfectly in my size and I freaking love them. I will say, before we get into my Jadens, these are my favorite pair of boots, which I'll explain a little bit more as well when we speak about the Jadens, but these are just so lightweight, so comfy, very kind of easy to like just walk in. And I will say, possibly because I got them at the flea market, they're already worn in, so they're amazing. I don't need a double sock, I don't even need a triple sock. I can just throw on some socks, go, and lightweight, awesome. What's interesting is that whenever we went on our trip to Germany, I packed both of these boots. I packed these babies here and my Jadens, and I wore these so much more. So for $140 or $139, I recommend the 1460 Classic Combat Boots. You just can't go wrong, whether you go in the white color or just the classic black. Again, I got these at a flea market, so the white wasn't my first choice, but I'm really glad because it just kind of pushes me outside of my comfort zone, and I really, really like them. So definitely recommend these. It's a win. It's a win. Now for the most expensive and probably most Instagram famous boot, the Jadon. And these honestly are pretty fucking iconic. Every Instagram gal has them. They're big, chunky platform boots. They're just badass. They're badass. What's cool is that you have the zipper on it. These are the most expensive out of my whole collection, and these retail for $180, which is a lot. And I will say my fiance Jerome blessed these for me, I want to say for my birthday last year. I have been eyeing them for so long. I just didn't have the heart to pull the trigger for $180 because that's just crazy expensive to me. But for my birthday, my fiance got them for me, and I absolutely love them. I kind of say that with hesitation because our trip to Germany kind of put everything into perspective. First off, packing these was a bitch. So I wore them on the plane and on our travel, and I will say not the comfiest shoe to travel in. So that was kind of like a to me. And because Germany, or downtown Germany, Munich, felt a lot like New York, where you just walk a whole bunch of places, I felt myself gravitating more towards just the classic 1460 boots because these were just so fucking heavy. Like, these bitches have some weight to them. They're super, super heavy, and because I feel they're fairly new, they're still not broken in yet, so even whenever I would double sock, I would still get blisters. Every time I wear the Jadons, I get blisters. So that's definitely something to think about, especially because they're just fucking badass boots, and I want to wear them. I want to wear them more, but it's like every time I see them, I just know my feet are going to hurt, they're gonna feel heavy, and I'm definitely gonna get some blisters. So maybe within time, they're gonna become my favorite, but the aesthetics, 10. The comfort, like a 7. The price, I personally wouldn't fucking spend $180 on them, especially knowing how uncomfortable they are. I said it. But if you love boots, you love a big, chunky, like heavy worker, sexy, grungy Instagram boot, I say why not? And you just have like $180 just laying around, you're like, what should I do with this? I say why not, because honestly they are iconic. Every time I wear them, I get compliments on them, so it's like a double-edged sword. I love hate. I love them, but I also don't hate them, but they're not very comfy and I wish they were. So something to think about. Do I recommend? I say yeah. I recommend. They're badass. They're aesthetically fucking cool. And I feel once I break them in, they're gonna be as comfortable as the 1460. But until then, I would gravitate more towards my 1460 than to these. Still sponsor me, please. Doc Martens, sponsor me, please. Sponsor me. Last, but definitely not least, is my most recent Doc Marten purchase, and those are my Blair Hydro leather sandals. I love them. Don't mind my cat Randall being a fucking asshole and eating half of my sandal, but I will say, out of all my Doc Martens, the shoes and the boots, these sandals are probably my fave. Again, I'm not a big shoe closed-toed person. Even in the winter, I wear sandals. I even wear these with socks on them just to be obnoxious sometimes, but they're just so dang comfy, and I feel like they broke in a lot quicker than the boots have. Again, it probably is because it's a sandal and I wear these so much more, especially during summertime. You can tell, like, they just get so much love on the bottom, but I just really like these, and for these are right at $100. Definitely recommend. would definitely recommend. They're just really, really comfy. They're such a statement. I actually got the inspo from my girl Mandy, who I used to work with, and she would rock them so hard. So whenever I saw them on sale for like 80 bucks, I think, I was like, yeah, add to the cart, add to the cart, add to the cart. So Mandy, I fucking love you so much. Thanks for being the inspo behind these. And these are actually the only pair I've like bought myself outside of like my flea market pair, but I mean, that's like a flea market pair. But I definitely recommend these. For 100 bucks, you can wear them during the winter time, throw some socks on, or just during summer, and it's like a fucking win-win-win. Okay, time for like a quick wish list, like putting it out into the universe. Anyone wants to bless me with these badass shoes. The wish list I have for a Doc Martens, even though I don't even like shoes, are the 39895i Rogue Bexel. I don't know, y'all. They just give me hella tuxedo vibes, and they're kind of a platform, which is kind of fucking dope. Again, I know they'll be heavy, but it's just the colors, the color scheme, the vibe. I feel like we could do so much with them. And they're at around, dang, I don't even know how much they are, but they're definitely over 100 bucks. And I don't know, I think I might splurge on them. Maybe. Overall, I love me some Doc Martens. I grew up on Doc Martens. I don't know if it's the nostalgia I hold on to or just like the aesthetics that I love the most, but I do feel like some of their products are worth $100, but it's just always kind of what your preference is. If you are like a big boot kind of gal, go for it. If you're a big closed toe kind of gal, go for it. If you like the basic kind of just sandal, but it's still like a statement, go for it. I feel like Doc Marten really has just the classic nostalgia vibe that really relates and correlates with everyone, no matter what your style is. And no matter what, I guarantee you will get a compliment on your shoes. Someone will be like, dude, badass shoes, or super cool boots, or like, where'd you get those? And I don't know, I just feel like fashion is just a fun way to express yourself and to just express it with other people. And there's just a story. There's always a story behind it, which to me is like my favorite part about fashion. I would love to hear y'all's favorite pair of Doc Martens, just in general. What's your wish list, or what's your favorite pair? Which one was your favorite pair out of my little 4-pair collection? Would you buy any of these? Do you own any of them? Do you love any of them? Do you recommend any of them? I just love me some Doc Martens, no lie. I love me some Doc Martens, I love me some Birkenstocks, I love me some Skechers. I don't know, I'm a pretty simple gal, and those to me are like always on my feet, somehow, some way. I hope you'll have the greatest rest of your day, the greatest rest of your week, and until the next time, bye!